Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Elvis, Duterte power as usual, and let's continue supporting our president and let's do the right thing always. Duterte power always anyway. Today what I wanted to talk about is quite a few things, and a few things in most of them in the mix. One is about our president visiting Vietnam, which is great. This is a few times, how many times? About fifth time or something he went to Vietnam. And I was watching all his speech and everything, so it was really cool. And it's nice he kept going, and so for us to have good relations with Vietnam and some other people around the world, around Asia actually, and that's the most important thing. First of all, what I wanted to say is like this: the DFA chief is like one of those people who's putting us afraid of losing money, and I just wanted to remind a lot of people, probably this chief of the DFA, he just cares about money, or you care about the country and our own people. What do you care about? Money or our country to be safe and to have good relations with our families, our children, and our country to be safe? What do we want? Losing money or losing people? Millions or thousands of people, which our president, he put more than 3 million people in drugs in the Philippines. And that will go into up to 10 million if this was not stopped right now, which was true. It will continue growing, and it will continue growing, people doing drugs, messing all their lives, and our country will be a big mess, a lost country in maybe 10 years time because of the drugs, what was going on in the Philippines. And everyday people was taking drugs, and then they will lose their mind, they lose their families, they kill their children, they rape their children, they, do whatever they had to do to their wives and families. A lot of families, thousands and of families destroyed. So people, I wanted to point it out something for us as Filipino. What is important to us? Okay, what is more important to us as Filipino people, and what we love and care about is family. Okay, our Filipino people, we care about family. That's the most important thing than money. But this chief from the DFA is threatening and coming to talk about, if with the 30s, the way he's going, we're going to lose billions. All I wanted to say to this chief of DFA is, as a Filipino and Filipino people, do we care about the money, or do we care about our country being safe and we have family together as we are right now, as we always have been? Even we never had anything in Aquino's term of president and some other before Aquino's president. Did any other president for so many years care about their own people and done something about it? No. It's only this kind of rubbish things coming out now. Because before, in Aquino's presidency, if anybody opens their mouth, they will be killed straight and nobody know who did it. People, they were afraid before, even media, they cannot even open their mouth about, even one senator, they can say anything bad to anybody. So I'm really pissed off and angry with this flipping chief of, the DFA coming up with putting people's fears. Our country's gonna lose billions of dollars. Do we give a shit about the money? Or do we care what is more right for us, even if we have little? Do you know what, in the Philippines, how we live? Probably this guy, he's care about himself because he lives with millions. Our people lives not even most of nothing, except we have food to live day by day. And we have family to be close with. and to spend our life together, and we're happy with it. We don't have much, but what we have is something around the world not many people has. Close family, spending time with family, sleeping in one room. You know, this is the best thing I love and care about our country, our Philippine country. You know, our families, the love and care we have for each other. Around the world, we don't have that. Do you know, even here in the UK, what we do, we work. We don't have time for spending with anybody. With no families, no nothing. You know, this world is made to be, you work all the time. You work 7 days a week. You don't have time for your family. Where we spend more time? At work. Do you hardly, over here in this country, do we have any time to spend with our families? No, we don't. Because if you do, it's so expensive. You cannot even afford to take 1 day off, which is very bad. Because of money, because materials. And this chief from the DFA comes over here and putting in people's minds, we're going to lose billions of US dollars in the 30s presidential. Filipinos, do we care about the flipping money, or do we care about our families, our home to be clean, safe, and free from killing and drugs, and walking in the streets and sending our children to school by themselves, but we know they are safe? Or do we care losing billions because of our president saying, you know, what he's going to do to our country? Some others, politicians, and this chief of DFA, I keep forgetting it, cares about the money. As a real people, as poor people on the Philippines, we care what is right. We see and we feel what is right. And our president, Duterte, is doing the right things. And doesn't matter we're losing the billions. It doesn't make us happy, the money. Money, it has been made from governments. It has been made from Romans, from the Roman times. And at those times, they're already enslaving people to pay taxes. Kings and queens and whatever people had power at those kind of times, armies, to make people work and to take everything from the poor for themselves. And this is exactly what is happening right now at this moment in time. Who cares about the money? Who's much more important to us? Our country to be safe, our country to be free from drugs, our country to be free from corruption, or we care about losing money, billions of money? What is more important to us? What we value more in our life? Money or family? Do you know how much, I know everybody knows in the Philippines, how sacrifice we make as families? We go abroad to work for our families in the Philippines. We as Filipinos work in other countries, and we suffer in a lot of countries, and even our families doesn't know how much we suffer in other countries where we are. Employers mistreating our Filipino people in Middle East, especially in Middle East. A lot of Filipino, they suffer a lot. A lot of Filipino, they are raped, they are beaten, they are locked into a room and not even eating, not even paid. They don't pay their salaries. I had friends working in the Middle East, and I know what they suffer over there. And until today, that's what's going on. The WFA in those kind of countries, do you know what they used to do? I had a friend, do you know what happened to her? I will tell most of everyone, because everyone should be aware of it, and they are aware of it. She ran away from her employer. She went to the Filipino consulate. And those people, even our own people, Filipino, they told this girl she has to sleep with someone for them to give her a ticket to go home. Is this right? You see, so the meaning of this, we making sacrifices in ourselves to go abroad to work for our families in the Philippines. And these people over here from this chief from DFA comes in thinking about millions. We're gonna lose millions in the 30s presidential. As Filipinos, do we care about the millions, or do we care about our country and our families to be good and safe? And then for us to be okay, and even we work abroad, also for our president to be protecting, which that's what he start doing, to protect our Filipinos abroad, to make sure they have the rights they're supposed to have. Because in Middle East, in Dubai, Brunei, and Qatar, and a lot of places, our Filipino people are suffering. Our Filipinos, they are getting raped, they are getting kicked, they are getting, abused from their employers. And we're still letting this happening. And we still care about the money. So my point on this, from this chief of the DFA, all of us Filipinos, we care about our families, family together, family times together, happy times with family, and spending so much more time like we do still now. And hopefully we continue being with our families and sleeping even on the same room. Doesn't matter on the floor. Doesn't matter, I love the way I miss home. And soon I'm going. But, having a shower and everything with the bucket. And then it's just amazing. It's nothing like that. And that's why we love it. And doesn't matter wherever we go, we get used to this, but we still miss home. We don't care about money. We care about family values. We care about our country to be safe and good. And that's what our president is doing for us. And our president is being, a lot of people pushing him and trying to pull him down. Even they're trying to kill him. A lot of people, they're trying to kill him. Even people from other countries is trying to kill our president. But nobody gonna succeed that, because us as Filipino, we love our country, we love our Filipino people, our president, and we don't give a shit about the money we're gonna lose if we leave from US. US just makes problem with us. Every country US is in, every country US mix up, we have problem. We're gonna have problem. Right now at the same time, US has been preparing for so long to attack China. They are trying to make a problem against China. So the same as they done the Iraq war. Iraq war, they made it up. The English and the Americans, they made it up for them to fight in Iraq, for them to destroy it. Because Saddam Hussein was going to try to change. He wanted to change the dollars into into euros or pounds. And the dollar around Middle East, you will finish. And before he done that, they kill him. They say he had weapons mass destruction and all kind of stuff. They kill him because of money. People. And this chief from this DFA, we don't give a shit about the money and the dollars and the millions we lose. All we care about is our country, like our president says. We're going to stand up on our own. We're going to do the things we need to do. And we're going to have Asia and other places for us to dealing with. So let's not be frightened over here of losing US. US is finished. Okay, US is finished. Dollar is finished. Dollar is finishing. It's going kaput. US doesn't have no money. Okay, at the moment people is blaming, oh, the pound is going down. They're doing something in the economy. Doesn't matter, because the economy is going down not only for the Philippines. It's going down all over the world. Even the European is going also kaput. European Union is going kaput also. It's going to break. Italy is going bankrupt. They have to, put money, so many millions into Italy. So everywhere in the world, we have a crisis. It's not only now this has been happening. This has been happening for already 5 to 6 years, as we had a crisis around a recession around the world. So it's not because of the pesos dropping. The economy already dropped a long time. China few years ago, they are the ones who put US to lose billions in stock market. They have that kind of power. So please, people, let's keep supporting our president. Let's not listen to this DFA person, and let's continue doing our things. Support our president, and see you soon. Duterte power. Love you guys. Filipino power always. Bye-bye.